one of the common questions I get when I'm about to uh, kick off the work facilitating a leadership team working on their strategic narrative is, how successful are we going to be at this work? And there is no way to quantify chances of success in that context. And here is why. It depends, first of all, on the group. As I like to say, building a strategic narrative is not an act of literature, it's an act of leadership. And the people that come as a group to work on it make all the difference. It depends on the mindset that these people will bring to the exercise. If you are curious, if you're open-minded, if you're flexible, if you have okay to let go of certain assumptions, let go of certain habits, then all of these factors will help the process. It also depends on the appreciation and the value that people will put in the framework and the model that I bring to them. Of course, my model is not perfect, but it's very useful. Hundreds and thousands of people have used it successfully. So it depends on the capacity of people to be able to accept what this model brings, but also be flexible enough to adapt it sometimes. It also depends on the discipline that leaders have when it comes to preparing for thinking about what the future of their organization might look like. It requires not just work as a group, but also individual reflection time. So if you're able to carve out at frequent intervals sometimes on your own to reflect about the 4 dimensions of your strategic narrative, that makes for a better recipe. And I use the word recipe very intentionally here, because working on a strategic narrative is, as I kick off a project, I lay out the elements of an equation. Like, here are all the factors. People as a group, individually, working with the framework, intensity, frequency, are we able to get to this with focus also? I laid out this equation for people to show them what might be their levers, what might be their impact on the success of this work. Working on your strategic narrative as a group is not a guaranteed success for sure, but here are, I just mentioned them to you, here are the parameters to make it a great success.